Welcome guys. If you're not aware, I also have a crime channel where I do tarot, spirit sessions and case analysis. If you're into that, subscribe guys. There's a link in the description box below. I'll see you over there. Hi lovelies, welcome. So glad you could be here with me today where we are doing the Divine Weekly Guidance reading, which I do weekly, and I'm so happy that you guys are here. And yeah, it's going to be exciting to see what Spirit has to say today. So the poster I chose to put up today was "You're all kinds of magic," beautiful purple colours coming through. I was drawn to using my Divine Tarot as well as my Divine Oracle and my Divine Timing Oracle. Interesting, they're all purple. I didn't even think of that actually. And then I'm using the Chakra reading cards, I think they are. I've got to remember what they're called. Yes, I think they're called the Chakra reading cards. And we've got the Keepers of the Light by Kyle Gray. And yeah, let's see what they have to say. What do we need to know this week? So exciting. Got a full moon coming up this weekend, I'm pretty sure. What are we in? I've got to change my calendar to June now. We're in June now, aren't we? Full moon on Saturday, Sunday. And as we know, the potent magic of a full moon, the potent energy is felt 3 days before and 3 days after a full moon. So it's going to be amazing. Oh, gosh. So it's all very magical. Let's have a look here. What do we need to know this week, please, Spirit? And this is a timeless reading. I mean, we're looking at what do we need to know this week, but this could be information, you know, knowledge that you could take into the next 6 months or whatever it is, you know, that you might need it for. It will be different for everybody. I'll move this down just a fraction and have my little pussycat there. I'm a cat lover. Well, I'm an animal lover. As you know, I should be doing another reading with sunshine very soon too. Okay, and for those who don't know, I've just recently done the Evansdale murders of the girls in Evansdale, Iowa, in the US. Okay, so I've done that one on my crime channel. Anyway, let's get focused. And yes, so the calendar message for this month of June is perfect phase to shine, which is really cool, really cool. I love that. It is a perfect phase to shine this month. Okay, let's see. Spirit, what do we need to know this week, please? Whoa, look at that. The Two of Air. And I'm loving this because in my tarot, I created the air element here, the Two of Swords, to be all about the feathers here, the birds and the feathers, being the air sign. And what we see here is that there might be a decision that needs to be made, but we don't know what to do. We could be toing and froing, trying to work out, what do I do in a situation? It's confusing. I can't get the clarity. I can't see where I need to be or what decision I need to make with this. But it does show that we have the intuition within us. We need to be able to see how she's closing her eyes. And in the traditional tarot, it shows somebody who's blindfolded, because we don't want to be influenced by, you know, what we see or hear on the outside. We have to look within to make this decision, to get the answers as to what we next need to do. And yes, I didn't pick up these things. I've done this every week and I need to really change what I'm doing. I need to find some little statues that I can put them up against. But anyway, that's working for now. Yep, there we are. And yes, let's see if I can get these ones. So, yeah, so there's a decision to be made, guys. And you know, there's a beautiful web, like a spider web on one of her eyes, which is really interesting when you think of symbolically and getting deep into the message, that it's almost like there might be a web of lies that, you know, people are either telling themselves or getting caught in, or, you know, it might be that you're being fed a web of lies by people around you. Could be society. you know, people are starting to open their eyes to the truth and just using discernment, and not necessarily trusting everything they're hearing or seeing, because, you know, sometimes there's more than meets the eye, as they say. Not everything is as it seems, and we need to go within to really analyze and trust in what our gut says. So mental conflict going on, but and it's interesting too, as I'm looking at it, I'm thinking it looks like a spider web, but it's actually a dream catcher as well, which is so interesting. So maybe paying attention to our dreams, maybe at night time is when we need to go within and really think about something, and we might get some clarity at night. What else? Wow, we got the air signs. The 8 of air is talking about being trapped in our thoughts, okay? Where are our thoughts? Do we feel like we can't, you know, find the resolution, find we can't get out of a situation that we're currently in? Are we feeling a little trapped? Are we feeling there's no choice in something when really there is? So that's about just being able to take a step back and say, how can I best face this? You know, how can I best approach something? Maybe you need to have, you know, a diplomatic conversation with somebody. Yeah, could be that. What else do we need to know, please? And we got the 6 of water. This is to do with a past issue. So there could be something coming up that you might have thought was dealt with, but it's unresolved. And it may be, you know, depending on relationships that we have to engage in, whether it be family or it could be something to do with family, definitely childhood stuff here as well. And for some of you, it could be that there's been some feelings arising within you, and you may not necessarily remember what may have happened in childhood, but there's something occurring for you. It could be, it could be a re-traumatizing for some people. It could be flashbacks, having flashbacks, but not necessarily remembering everything. And that's just a specific message separately as well, because I'm also getting that there could be an unresolved issue that's coming back. It's almost like full circle. It's coming back again, like a cycle, actually. So there might have been something that was pushed down, wasn't dealt with, might have thought, okay, that's dealt with, and now it's been brought up to the surface. So it could be a trigger within us, something that we're just feeling uncomfortable with, like, why do I have to deal with this? Why am I feeling this way around it? Is it me or is it them? There's going to be a questioning, you know, oneself, questioning of relationships. This is the 6 of water, is also very much an energy around nostalgia. It can be talking about happy memories as well. So some people might think, do I move? Do I not move? Do I go, you know, make this decision? Do I go back to a place and visit somewhere? Do I revisit something with family again? And sometimes this can be someone returning back into our life. Do I let them in? Do I not let them in? You know, do I respond to this person and open up that doorway, or don't I? So it can be something along those lines as well. But it could be that there were happy memories. I mean, especially if it's like an intimate partnership as well, it doesn't have to be, but if it's something along those lines, or an old flame or an old friendship, someone coming back in maybe to make amends or wanting to restart something. And it could be a soulmate. Soulmate doesn't have to be romantic. You know, it could be those kinds of things. It does normally represent someone returning from the past, or it could be just an issue being revisited from the past. But you have to make a clear decision. Do I want this? How am I going to navigate this? And what's the best way to approach this? Okay, so this one's yin and yang. Look at that yin yang balance right here. So finding balance within oneself, within the physical, mental planes, the spiritual planes as well, the feminine, the masculine energies, the shadows and the light. So finding that balance within, how much can you deal with at having to, you know, delve into. And yep, could definitely be for some of you a twin flame connection that you're trying to navigate. But once again, it's the duality. Got the 2 of air, it's toing and froing, you know, logic against intuition, and we've got this here as well. So it's definitely feeling like some of you might really be quite confused around this time as to what to do, but divine wisdom is available. And it's so interesting, I've got the book here as well. It's like almost like saying, remember what you've been taught along the way. Even symbolically, maybe not literally through books, but some of you have you have been reading books on things. So there are amazing teachers in the world that we can look up to, many mentors, very spiritual mentors that we can follow and, just remind ourselves of their wisdom. And it could be also that if you have some, favorite books of yours, that could be self-help books, or it could even be the Bible, whatever it is, some kind of spiritual book, perhaps mostly, that you could go to your bookshelf, one will stand out to you, or you might already know which one you want to go to. And then you go to it and you close your eyes and you think about your issue, or you might ask a question, and you just open up the book to just a random page that you feel drawn to doing, and then you open your eyes, and usually the first word or sentence or paragraph that your eyes fall upon is a special message for you, and it may give you some really amazing insight as to what you need to do with this situation here as well. Yes, and don't be afraid to tell people if they're expecting a response or an explanation from you, that you need time to think about something. Oops. Wow, that just came out in a weird way. Surrender to the lessons. So there are many lessons from our past, as we see here. Yep, it's not going to sit up. I'm not going to let it fall. So surrender to the lessons here. Is that divine wisdom coming through? What has this situation taught you? What has that cycle, those lessons, that chapter taught you from this past issue here? It still could be unresolved, but what have you learned from that? It could be a situation where there's a test coming in for us. Are we going to go back down a pathway that, we may know deep down is not really where we want to be, or it may not necessarily be really that good for us? Are we going to allow ourselves to trust someone who may not be trustworthy? But, you could still open the door, but just wait and see. You don't have to make a decision and jump in fully into any kind of commitment to anything if you don't feel, that you want to do that. And peace and forgiveness. Wow. So some of you might decide to just, forgive and let go and surrender to the lessons that were and say goodbye to something finally, have full closure. Because there might be somebody who wants to come back in and they may not have grown in themselves. Or it could be that you still need healing and growth yourself. So it could be along those lines, because I kind of get the idea that someone you might hear from, they might phone you, they might text you out of the blue. It could be something along those lines. But for a lot of you as well, it's not even so much a person doing that. It could be for a lot of you that there's a situation that's, rising up within you in your life that you can see is like a pattern, and you don't want it. You want to nip it in the bud. You don't want to go down that road again. And it could even be something simple as someone coming into your life, or you even meeting somebody, or jumping into a whole new situation that might feel the same as what it was in the past, but you have the power to change certainly, the course of direction here. So say for instance you're moving house and you're really freaking out because you don't want to have to go back, to a place that you once lived in, or it could just feel very similar, like a deja vu kind of feeling. But it's still a new beginning, but it might make you feel uncomfortable that, it could lead you to a path where there were struggles or challenges. It's just along those lines. But I feel like sometimes we trap ourselves in with worry, maybe catastrophizing, worrying too much over something and overthinking things that may not even occur. You know, especially if you're especially if you are in your head so much about, you know, having conversations with yourself about, okay, so if they say this, I'll say this. And if they say that, then I'll say this. So it's kind of like just being able to just take a step back and breathe, not really stress yourself out about how something might, you know, unfold in a conversation with somebody. It can just flow. And you just got to be true to yourself at the end of the day. And even if you don't know something, just say to them, you know, I'm not sure about this just yet. I need time to think about it. Yeah. I want to get another energy with that 6 of water, please. Can I get an energy with that, please? Because I feel like someone's missing you too. We've got the 8 of water and the 6 of water. The 8 of water is somebody who may have walked away from you, or you may have walked away from them. Yep. This looks like this was a door closed here, okay? And maybe there were unresolved issues between you. Could be family, friendship, lover, past lover. It could be anything like that. But it feels like this person holds a lot of regret, and there's a lot of sorrow here. A lot of regret. Maybe they let you go. Maybe things were just not resolved and the doors were closed, and it just kind of just went stale, you know, a bit stagnant. And there was no real, maybe there was just cut off. But I think they want to come back and maybe make amends, but you might not be trusting fully what this person's intentions are. And maybe you're not ready to allow this person back in, because that's really kind of like a very strong feeling here is that there is a person who's missing you, who is feeling sorry about something, and you might be like really strong saying, no, I'll never let that person back in, or but it's almost like your heart is wanting to, like you might be curious as well. I've got the Gemini energy. You might be curious, like, what do they want? Innovative, quick-witted socialite, so definitely talks about communication, and yeah, being in two minds here. So let's get something else. What else do we know? Oh, sorry, what am I saying? What else can we learn this week, please, Spirit? What's another energy, like for another message for people here? What can we learn this week, please? Yeah, teamwork. So, you know, being with your soul tribe, working with others, not having to do things alone as well. Like you can have people who are like-minded to, you know, help you overcome something. Could be workmates, could be your friends, whatever it is. You don't have to go through anything alone. There's people around you who are your tribe, you know, they want to help. All right, one more. There it is, the sun. Beautiful. So get out in the sunshine as much as you can. Really just lap, you know, yeah, just lap it all up, you know, the sunshine and the beautiful rays, the warm rays, and just see yourself being cleansed by this light. Also, Leo energy is coming strong with that. And yeah, maybe you want to get outdoors and maybe you work outdoors, or you're doing a project outdoors, whatever it is, but just being able to embrace the light, you know, laughter, fun, play, not letting things get too serious. Let's get another message. Okay, hang on. So there's, yeah, choose another path. So there is a door closed, and maybe it was closed for a reason. So in other words, sometimes we just got to stop knocking on that door and choose another pathway. You know, it's sometimes we do have to just stop knocking on that door, or maybe someone else is trying to knock on your door and you're just like, don't want a bar of this right now. I'm not ready to deal with this, you know. And it could be sometimes in life we have these unexpected changes. Sometimes we have these unexpected changes that just occur that are out of our control. And we want to keep knocking on a door, you know, we want to keep following the path that we know and that we feel we're meant to be on. But it's almost like sometimes life will just direct us in another way, because that's what our soul deep down needs to do, like for other lessons or maybe better opportunities, things like that. So we just got to try and just trust where we're meant to be as well, where life is dealing, guiding us to be. And if something is just not working out, no matter how much we try, it might be telling us, okay, this is just not the pathway I need to be on right now. I need to change my perspective and, gain that clarity. The light will come in once we surrender and let go of this. It's almost like a stubbornness, it's like that tunnel vision of something has to be a certain way, or I need to be here, or, it could be a stubbornness if it's someone else, with controlling communication or whatever it might be. But just allowing yourself to surrender to what is, allowing life to unfold and happen. Sometimes we can take a risk, but we still need to use our discernment and do what we feel comfortable with. We need to work out, okay, is this something that I'm just doing because it's just familiar, even though I know I can't really grow and it's becoming a bit stagnant for me here? Or should I take the risk so that take the opportunity that's presented to me for a new path, a new direction, a new life, a new adventure, which can bring about growth and happiness. It could definitely bring more happiness to you. So there could be an opportunity coming in that is the light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak. And it could even be from this person coming in too, that they do mean well. They might want to come back and really just make amends and offer you something that's going to be life-changing. You just never know, but you got to trust in what your gut is telling you. If you're feeling really sick about this person and it's really causing you so much anxiety and stress, maybe don't go that way. It's up to you at the end of the day. You got to trust in what your gut's telling you, but you got to also analyze, is it just a fear within me of change or allowing this person back in or moving into a new direction, or is it something that I really do feel unsafe with? It's sometimes very hard to determine which is which because they can feel very similar. But sometimes we know just deep within our soul if something is going to be great for us, but it's damn scary. And other times we're like, God, no, I can't go back to that because that was toxic, or it could be. So there's things coming up for us this week where we just need to be able to go within and really trust in what our gut is telling us. Is it good for us? Is it not good for us? You've got to nurture your own. Is it nurturing to you? Is it going to nurture your soul? But also self-nurturing. We need to be able to nurture ourselves, nurture our family, and feel safe in, doing that as well. You're going to feel that people who really have your back they're going to want to help you nurture your dreams and passions. They're not going to be jealous or try and stop you from achieving those things. If anything, a person who's really got your back is going to want to cheer you on and, help you to grow and prosper in the world. So, it could be that if someone is coming back, you'll just want to know what their intentions are, and that's okay. So it could be a test, So let's see, what does the Keepers of the Light have to say for us this week? Wow, that flew out. So Lady Nada, Heart Awakening, awaken to acceptance and divine love, give and receive in balance. So it's about that balance that we saw before, as well as to, are we going to close off completely and close our heart off? Are we going to give something a second chance, whether it be with a person we've known before, or are we going to open our heart to new experiences with other experiences in life, other people, other adventures, other opportunities, another relationship, whatever it might be. We have a choice to remain fearful and closed off and hold on to maybe hurt or a grudge or whatever it might be, or mostly fears, or we can choose to trust and see things in a different light where not everything is going to be the same pattern or same way. Yeah, it's very interesting, this reading. So we've got life force and express your driving passions. Sensual and sexual powers are increased. So this is about taking a risk, getting outdoors, letting things just unfold and grow in your life. I'm not sure if it's going to stay here actually. But yeah, just being able to trust in life. It's that life force energy. It's just letting life guide you to where you're meant to be. It's just, trusting that as your heart opens and grows, like love can grow. Your passions can grow. yeah, it's interesting. We've got the roses here, the flowers, and we've got the outdoors there, and she's outdoors and they're outdoors. So it seems really interesting, like maybe you've been closed off for a while and just need to get out. You know, just need to get out a little bit. I'm just going to do those again. Just one more of this one, please. Just one more, and then we'll get a timing card. One more, please, Spirit. Oh, that did come out before. Embrace your inner child. So it's about having fun, having play, allowing yourself to breathe. Oh my God, this came out before as well, but they came out with so many cards. I just put them back in. Beauty and attraction. So it's about the law of attraction. It's about shining your light. What did it say before about on that calendar? Perfect phase to shine. So it's time to shine. It's not time to hide away and be worried about things or overstress or overthink. It's about just taking a risk, allowing opportunities to come in. We have the choice to look up and say, this is, you know, I have the power as well to create what it is I want. So don't think that everyone else has got the power. You have a lot within you that you can create as well towards the reality that you want. Okay. And yeah, that's really important. So let's have a look at the timing as to when this may all occur. Like, we're seeing it this week, but I do want to see, yeah, I just want to see, when is it that what am I trying to ask here? When's a good time for us to emerge? The 7th could be July. I mean, we are coming up to July. Could be the 7th day of the month. We're in June now, so it could be the 7th of June. But is there any other cards we can grab here, please, Spirit, regarding this? Yeah. And someone might show a different side to themselves too. First quarter moon. Let me check that out for a second. The first quarter moon, the next one is in Libra. It's in the first quarter moon on the 26th of June. On the 26th of June, it could be the 25th, 26th, because I'm looking at an Australian one here. But the 26th of June is the first quarter moon, and it's in Libra, which is all about partnerships as well. So also, if we're looking at July, let me have a look here if there's anything in July here. So the first quarter moon, if we are looking at July with the 7th here, is in Libra and Scorpio on the 25th and 26th of July. Okay, so that's interesting too. Transformation, relationships. It could be transformations around relationships around that time. And it's just about taking a deep breath and just confronting something, having that conversation with someone to clear the air, you know, as well. But anyway, I hope this has helped you guys, giving you some clarity as to what, you know, Spirit have to say around a situation. Go get that book, whatever that book is for you, and let me know in the comments if there's anything really amazing and insightful that comes through with that, because I'm really interested to know. And I'm going to go and do the same thing right now. And if it's, you know, I'll also put a comment in the comment section below as to what I got. Okay, guys, look forward to connecting with you guys next time, guys. Take care. Love and blessings.